In part one of Families in Motion, we took a closer look at the daily struggles of military families when it comes to things we all do. Biggest of all, finding a job amidst a life of constant moving.
As News 13's Erica Orsted tells us tonight in part two, the Department of Defense has taken notice and is now challenging military communities like Bay County with an important task.
We are a nomadic people. We tend to get up and we tend to move.
Colonel Brian Laidlaw, commander at Tyndall Air Force Base, says it best.
It makes it very challenging for both members, both the military member and the spouse, to maintain employment throughout the years.
That challenge now becoming a national problem as families struggle on the home front. The Department of Defense is turning toward communities for help.
We were in D.C. We were talking with military leadership, and they told us that two of their largest issues of retaining people in the services were getting spouses employed and education in the communities that they lived in.
Glenn McDonald, vice president of the Bay Defense Alliance, sat down with DoD leadership and heard for himself.
And they asked us at that time to get started in our community to help them solve those issues in our communities.
Colonel Laidlaw says that challenge will be the national standard.
As part of a basing criteria for future mission bed downs, they will use as one of those criteria what is the environment for spousal employment.
The idea, less stress for families equals stronger families and a stronger military.
What that does is that frees the service member up to deploy and do what the nation expects them to do with full confidence that back home their spouse and their community is going to take care of the household at home.
McDonald says leadership here didn't waste any time.
People were looking for, what do you want us to do? And so we didn't ask, what do you want us to do? We got home and we got to work.
Coming up with new solutions, working together with county groups like CareerSource Gulf Coast.
We formed a committee to focus on the hiring of military spouses and dependents. We actually created a jump drive, a lanyard USB jump drive for our active duty dependents whenever they're coming into the area.
Something as small as a flash drive with resources, resume templates, and more can make a big difference.
I think a lot of times people aren't even sure how to write a resume properly. So that would be really helpful for spouses coming in to have that help.
And coordinating with worldwide companies to offer new opportunities for spouses in the community.
And what we really needed was a fully transportable job with any employer, so that if a spouse got a job here and they got transferred anywhere else in the world, they could keep that job.
Panama City leaders working with Verizon to do just that, bringing the company's home-based agent program to Bay County. Retired military spouse Elizabeth Radke used to have a work-from-home job. She says it paired perfectly with a military lifestyle.
I was so happy in my job that they actually took my husband off of his blood pressure medication for a while.
McDonald says ideas like those are just the beginning.
We will come up with new things. This will not be the end.
The goal? A nationwide change.
My hope is to change the culture in America where they see these people as assets to their companies. There are attributes that military spouses have that aren't easy to come by in the normal employment pool.
Encouraging support not just for the troops, but for their loved ones at home. McDonald says Bay County is heading in the right direction. In Panama City, Erica Orsted, News 13, Panhandle Strong.